I did continue driving. I don't recommend it. I made a judgment call, but I drove around a little bit in like parking lots and like tested it out. I felt it out, and then I made a judgment call. The responsible thing to do would have probably been to not do that, to just stay in Thunder Bay and then wait till Monday and then go to a garage. I just didn't feel right about it. I felt like I needed to keep moving, so I did. I am now in Dryden, Ontario. Still in Ontario, oh my god. But at least I got a few more hours in. I'm not too far from Winnipeg now. But I am feeling like, even though the weather is like, go now, because it's actually going to snow here in a couple hours, believe it or not, but probably not very much, probably like a few flakes. Also, it's Halloween tonight, so I definitely don't want to be driving around in towns. Obviously, the highway is not the same thing, but I think I am going to stay in Dryden today, for the rest of the day. It's still the morning, it's 10 a.m. Been on the road since about 7 to get here, and so I kept driving last night from Thunder Bay, slept somewhere in some parking lot, and then drove a couple more hours to get to Dryden. But it feels like it's getting worse. I'm pretty sure I know what it is now. I'm pretty sure that it's my wheel bearing. So, and also when I started driving again last night, the sound sounded familiar. Like I had been hearing that sound for many, many hours at that point, but it gets drowned out by the sound of the highway, or the sound of the van on the highway. So it just sounded like a little squeak, and I couldn't figure out what it was until I get off the highway, and it's a super loud sound, and I'm like, oh my god, the van's falling apart. Like the van just feels like it's getting a little worse, and it's probably a really good idea to stay here tonight and then tomorrow go to a garage, fix it up, and then keep going. I'm gonna go over the weather in all the towns again to make sure I'm not making a bad decision. But yeah, maybe today, instead of driving, I'll like get some laundry done or whatever else. I've been on the road for a week now, and I'm still in Ontario. That's a dead moose. Oh my god. I'm at this truck stop because they have showers. So this is gonna be an interesting first. Huh. So that was awesome. But the whole time I was in there, I kept thinking, I wonder if somebody's robbing the van because they know, if they know which car I got out of and they heard me say order a shower, then they know about how long I'm preoccupied for, and that gives them plenty of time to rob the van. Not to give anyone ideas, but just saying, yeah, something to consider to be safe. Also, as soon as I got out, yeah, so it's snowing. I looked up the weather forecast for all the cities that I'm supposed to be stopping in and sleeping at over the next however many days until I get to BC. And yes, they all basically start snowing today, except that if I wait a few days, towards the end of the week, it actually starts to get warmer again, at least temporarily. So it's perfect. So I'm gonna stay here. Tomorrow the garage is open. I'm gonna go to the garage. I may need to stick around a day or so, whatever it takes extra, if he needs to order parts or whatever. I have no idea how it's gonna go, but either way, I'm gonna be here for a few more days and then leave again when it's warmer. I think that's probably the best move, so that I don't have to drive through snow or on icy roads. Happy Halloween, everybody. Good morning. We are in Dryden, Ontario still. Today is Monday, therefore I am going to the garage today, hopefully. We'll see what they say if I can get it fixed today. Hopefully I can get it fixed today and get out of here. I kind of liked this town when I got here, and I feel like I'm overstaying my welcome. You know, it's a small town, so when you stay in one place here, people tend to notice. And I can't really drive around too much because of the current, situation with the van. So hopefully we're gonna get it done and get out of here. I watched this channel called Van City Van Life, and the guy Chrome makes van life look so exciting. And he's always making friends everywhere. It's always so much fun, a fun adventure. And even just like getting a shower is just like a fun adventure for him. And he makes friends with everybody there. And yesterday when I had my first truck stop shower, I'm like, what is he talking about? I was like, is my van gonna get robbed? There was like a male prostitute standing outside trying to give blowies to the truckers. Like, that's real life for me. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Kabuki. Hi. He's so cute. Super close up, but I just don't want to disturb anybody. I called a few places this morning and they were all booked full. I'm very lucky to have found a place to take me. And then when I got here, I heard her talking, and I realized that the reason that they're all full today is because it snowed and everyone's putting their winter tires on at the last minute. So talk about luck, good or bad. That's adorable. You're adorable. We have a problem. He just informed me that the part that I need to make my van safe to drive doesn't come alone. That something about the dealership only selling it as a whole kit, and it's gonna cost $5,000. So right now, the only other option to fix it that I know of is to call scrapyards everywhere and hope by some miracle that I can somehow find the piece alone and not have to buy the whole kit. Or maybe the scrapyard has the kit, but it's cheaper. I don't know. Just to find my particular model of van, the exact piece that I need at a scrapyard. And then even if I find it, I don't know if they would send it to me, because how would I get there to pick it up? This is bad. And it's starting to snow, clearly, meaning if I wait much longer than the end of the week to get to BC, I might be stuck here for real. Just got done with the garage, and there's no way to get it fixed here in Dryden. So I could have it towed to Winnipeg and try my luck there. Or I can drive it to Winnipeg and see if it makes it there. If it doesn't, I have to get it towed the rest of the way. So I figure might as well try to get it as close as possible before having to get it towed. I just have to drive very slowly and safely, so that if it does break down, bad things don't happen, basically. I've been going over my options. The guy at the garage basically said that the piece that I need, first of all, he tried to check the model number on it, and it was so worn down that he couldn't tell, he couldn't see a number written on it. So there's two versions of the piece that I need. One is discontinued, and so if it's that one, I'm screwed. And the other one is $5,000. So I'm hoping that I can find a secondhand one at a scrapyard. That's what I was thinking. And then it just occurred to me that I can look for like on Kijiji, they sell cars, but people sell cars just for parts. And I did find one in Manitoba, and I messaged him. There might be more. I can't stay in Dryden because there are no resources. Like, it's too small of a town. There's like almost no cars for sale. So there's like one or two scrap yards. It's like really slim pickings. Like, I don't even think they have a cell phone store here. Like, I was gonna go set up my my new phone plan so that I could have internet, like unlimited internet on my phone. So all that to say that I have to get to Winnipeg to have a better chance at finding a solution to fix the van. There's also the possibility that I won't be able to fix the van, and then I got to think about what I'm going to do about that. Okay, so I just called a couple more people, and the story has changed. First, I spoke to a mechanic who explained to me that the kind of ball joint that I have, you can't just take one off of a car at a scrapyard or a secondhand car, whatever it is, because the way it's made, as soon as you try to take it off any car, it will break, or an older car, it'll break, and you won't be able to use it. The other person that I spoke to was somebody at the Mercedes dealer in Winnipeg. And the prices that they were quoting me wasn't $5,000. It was $500. That's a little bit of a difference. So I'm trying to make an appointment there. They should be calling me back either tonight or tomorrow to make an appointment. I'm going to make an appointment with them now, I think, because, you know, they're familiar with my kind of vehicle. And so they should be able to fix it. Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to bring this van to Winnipeg, whether I get it there driving or towing. I'm getting it to Winnipeg, and I'm gonna fix this ball joint for $500. Oh no. 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 We're still in Dryden. Okay, let me explain something. We didn't leave yesterday, and I would never plan to leave yesterday because after the garage, it started to get late, and I didn't want to be on the road after hours in case I did need a tow. I needed the tow places to be open. So yeah, I always planned to leave this morning,
But I didn't plan on waking up to snow. Yeah. So, we're gonna leave and hope for the best. See you in a bit.
Hi. Okay. You want to drive? Oh. We're doing okay. We're about an hour in. Essentially, my goal, hopefully, is to get all the way to the Mercedes dealership. If we don't get there, my goal is to not die. My goal is to try to get as close to Winnipeg as possible before getting towed. Because obviously then it's cheaper. And in doing so also hopefully not crashing. I'm relatively sure the car will give me signs when it's time to call it quits. There's quite a few little signs that are going on that now I understand that it's the bearing. But I've been driving like that for months. So this has been a problem that has been developing over many months. So that's why I'm relatively confident that after he tightened it, and it does feel better now, that I can make it another 3 hours. Otherwise I wouldn't be doing this. And also, I'm not recommending that anyone else do this. Obviously, the smart thing to do would have been to pull over at the first sign of problems and get it to a garage and figure it out. But in real life, oh boy, in real life, sometimes we have to make difficult decisions because money. But, money is not worth losing your life or the life of your pets or loved ones or anything like that. I'm just trying to take it really easy on the road and drive as slow as I can without causing problems for other cars on the road, basically. Highway. The entire time we've been driving on undivided highways, going a little too slow for everybody else on the road. So I've been passed basically constantly. So this is great. Are these clouds not bizarre? These clouds are so weird. Welcome to the prairies. Straight and flat. Well, we made it to Manitoba. Not quite Winnipeg yet, but we made it to Manitoba. So that's a start. Still feels decent. A little shaky. I'm not totally sure if it's the car or the roads. So, we'll see. Not too far. Not too far. We're about 2 hours away, so we're halfway there. Well, the good news is that we are in Winnipeg. We made it here in one piece. I was going to tell you guys how excited I was to get to Winnipeg, but I just got off the phone with the garage, and they're going to order the parts. I basically have no choice at this point. But they warned me that one of the pieces needs to come from Germany, and it could take several weeks, maybe even a couple months to get here, which means we could be stuck in Winnipeg indefinitely. I'm not sure what to do because the winters here are not warm, so I'm going to be looking at options. So we're going to be staying the night at the very cliche Walmart parking lot. And the reason for this is that it's like the perfect location for what's going on right now in my life. Essentially, this parking lot is massive and has everything that I could possibly need, including groceries, dollar store, whatever. And it's about 4 minutes away from the mechanics that I need to go to. So it's the perfect place to wait for them. As long as I keep the buddy heater on, I have to watch it, because if I don't, these guys, I don't know if you can see her, but they will likely catch on fire. So, woke up in Winnipeg. First step is to get gas. It was pretty cold last night, so I did run the van quite a bit and went through a lot of gas. We have one more cold night like this, and then we have about a week of decent weather, and then after that we might be screwed.